Alright, hello to all my guys, gals, and non-binary pals out there across the electrical ocean. This is Jazzman back with the game. We've got Sauron playing a split between Underdepths and Forsaken Waste, and then elvesrule playing full faction Sundered Lands. And I've actually been out of the game for about a week now. I've had a bunch of real life stuff going on. Plus, I've been sick, and I didn't want to have to record and be constantly muting the mic because I've been coughing. So that would be just an unpleasant experience for everyone. So I decided to wait, give the other commentators their time in the sun for a while. I know how much all of you yearn for the sound of my wonderful voice. But yeah, we're going to be watching this game, and hopefully I don't have to do any mic muting, but the Angel of War here going to be contesting 1v2 for the moment versus old Pincushion and Demon Lich. And I can't remember, yeah, this is going to be kind of scuffed. I've not played very many games since, God, I can't even remember now. I'm an old man. I can't be asked to keep up with all this crap. But Demon Lich now has Firebomb, apparently. Oh yeah, this was nerfed because of the Set Ablaze shenanigans. He still has it, but now he can't take Deflect, and Firebomb is on the path instead. So Angel of War going to take some preliminary damage from Sauron, and it looks like Sauron's playing Underdepths, Liches. Man, I really did not miss playing against this deck. I just remember getting fucking Bone Circle Archmaged by, you know, the summon skeletons coming down, and then Moby to instantly kill one of my champions, and I got forever traumatized by that. I don't want to have to play against it again. That got changed because of loyalty and whatnot, but still kind of a nightmare to face. It's a strong deck still. I mean, because of all the leverage you can get off the Underdepth spells, how aggressive you can be with their champions and such. So Pincushion, always a reliable include though, and it looks like Sauron has gone with the cheat build. Aura 1 and Enrage. Aura 1, of course, completely useless versus Sundered Lands bonus. But Angel of War also with an interesting build path. You don't usually see Resolute. But in this matchup, it's going to be particularly helpful versus the melee Pincushion. Demon Lich could probably go for a Set Ablaze here because Intensified will be one turn away. But oh yeah, there's the Retribution onto the Angel, and Perseverance. Wow, elvesrule actually running Ferocity of Cain Terrace for that Angel of War. And oh, but the Eternal Lich coming in for the Dark Favor. You bastard. Okay, so he's got the kill there with the global loss of life. Yeah, Perseverance is not really something you can rely upon in today's game. It's more of a nuisance than a real roadblock like it used to be. But I mean, auras have always countered Perseverance. Loss of life, of course, counters Perseverance, and then we've got some random stuff like lava terrain. You can put down some lava underneath a non-flying Perseverance champ, and then kill it that way. But the Angel going down there, at least elvesrule manages to gather the globe, but I would still say Sauron comes out ahead on that, because now he has 2 pots, and he doesn't have to worry about his champions dying. The Cleric of Unrest, oh yeah, he doesn't have the respawn. He just spawns a pot himself. But elvesrule not one to be deterred. He's going to tunnel into that top font with Sunderpede, and Lichling, I don't think Lichling wins that 1v1. The Sunderpede is a menace in fonts, and if elvesrule does eventually come out on top this game, it will be because of that Sunderpede. So Sauron trying to make an aggressive play bot. Will he get punished for it down up top? Remains to be seen, but the Set Ablaze coming down here now. And what was that spell? Horrific Mutation, right? Yeah, onto the Imperator. So Horrific Aura, I wouldn't think elvesrule has put it up this turn, because he probably knows that Horrific Aura does not stop Set Ablaze, and he's probably saving it. It would be better to save it for a turn when Demon Lich could get a double tap off, potentially. So which would be the next turn, but Sauron going to take the bait here and Set Ablaze a little early. Now, it's interesting to note that although this Imperator is Set Ablaze, it can still use the Horrific Aura, despite being unable to use its other abilities, because Horrific Aura is not an attack or an aggressive ability. Pacify doesn't prevent its use, neither does Consumed by Fire here. So elvesrule can still put that up this turn and defend against the Invigorate on Sauron's follow-up turn. Sunderpede gonna make an attack here and then just walk away like a little meanie. He's gonna sit in that font all game. Unless, I mean, like, loss of life counters split, sort of. Like, you could maybe, like, split it up with a couple attacks and then do an anathema to finish them off, because the regen would get negated there. But, I mean, that's already a lot of Nora you're sinking into a Sunderpede, and elvesrule is just going to keep chugging along bot side here to make up for that. But then, you know, Sauron's playing liches. Liches have a good grind game, and in terms of, like, just late game overall, I would probably give it to the liches. Just because, I mean, unless you're playing, like, Draxar or something, that can really ramp up. Skizik could also do some, like, Warcry shenanigans, but elvesrule seems to be playing, like, a Dragony Skywing deck with, you know, random Thunderbeat. But, yeah, the dragon theme doesn't do too well if they run out of gas early. So we'll see what Sauron, or so we'll see what elvesrule can pull off here. The Fire Ruby coming down, going to help clean these guys up. And I wouldn't, I maybe could justify a Magnetize here, because that's 30 Nora. Like, you've already taken a bunch of Nora from this font, right? And the 30 Nora into the Fire Ruby that you're also taking from Sauron. If you Magnetize the Ruby to clear that away, you basically end up with 2 Sunderpedes that are just, you know, regenning, and they can run in opposite directions, keep the Lichling at bay, and then just, you know, outstall the topside fight there. Whereas with the Ruby down, you're kind of limited on the number of spaces you can tunnel to. Like, you have to play around this the front side of the font to where Sauron can more easily send reinforcements. But it doesn't look like he's interested in that for the moment. Elder Vampire going to come in, and he does have Escalation, another great late game powerhouse champion. You can just sit there in the font, suck everybody dry, and then kill them afterwards. Just like my ex-girlfriend did. And but yeah, he's just going to sit there for now. He's going to stay in the font, and Demon Lich wants to sit at the back. Just because, you know, down to 23 HP. He's probably going to take another bomb to the face here, though. The Brood Queen, he can actually get the kill here with a double tap, right? Yeah, he's got 14 and 28 the Invig. He might have used it last turn while I was rambling about topside, but we will see. I wouldn't be surprised to see it die this turn. But then, yeah, that Elder Vampire, I mean, if you can kill the Elder Vamp this turn with an Invig, because that would be great. Okay, it looks like it's going to be a tornado up top instead. That's actually even better, because now we can just kill the Lichling and then take the font outright. So down goes the Lich, and then the Fire Ruby as well. So that's 3 fonts to 1 for elvesrule, and it's not looking good for Sauron here. He hasn't really been able to make any progress off of that Angel kill early. And, you got that, well, Regal Presence coming in. You could... I'm wondering, can he actually get, like, with a Quicken, maybe a DB for a double tap as well, and then Valdak can come in for a hit Invig, and then that'll take out the Vampire. Sauron kind of not preempted, or, well, he foresaw that eventuality and equipped the Vendetta to it for Soul Sift. Just wanted to make sure his champion stays alive, and I mean, Vendetta has always seemed like it seems like on paper it seems like a really good equip, because it gives Vengeful, right? So you benefit off your deaths, always a good thing in Forsaken Waste or Forsaken Waste splits. But Soul Sift 2 doesn't have any effect at all until your champion dies, and if you put it on a champion like Elder Vampire that's meant to live for an absurdly long time, I don't really see the value in that. Like, you could justify it on something like, I mean, it was basically kind of meant for, not Sirkin, but like Lich King or something like that, because he has immortality. You just redeploy him again after the Soul Sift and get a bunch of Nora. Or basically a champion that's not really meant to stick around. But yeah, Elder Vampire, I mean, he has Vengeful and Escalation now, so he's probably gonna get a lot of damage at some point, right? But elvesrule just putting down that Jasper. Basically another target for Sauron that he has to deal with at some point. Ooh, man, there's the coughing I was talking about earlier. But that will be the first and last time I cough, I promise. I swear to God, I'm not that sick anymore. So Elder Vampire going in for the attack. He's doing 5 damage. That's hilarious. So, Elder Vampire, this big, immortal, undead behemoth, doing 5 damage per hit to a dragon lady with no armor on. And, I mean, he's down to 22 HP. Maybe elvesrule will get some, Sauron will get some value off that Soul Strike after all. Is it going to be another Firebomb? Nope. Demon Lich moving in for a normal attack. And down to 18, so no Soulbane kill. That Hunter Walker really putting in work. But there's the Sacrifice. And maybe we'll see a follow-up spell? Like, what could he... There's really nothing that can deal 18 flat damage. Unless maybe, like, Mind Slicer Boomerang. But Sauron doesn't have the champions out for that. He doesn't have the numbers. And he's already... Yeah, like, he's already down on fonts from topside. So this game is... It's kind of over. Like, and he's killing his champion again with Retribution. I mean, that's a lot of Nora Globes just sitting there for elvesrule's taking. The Vampire comes back from the pot, and there's a Moby too. Wow, he's really going. He wants those globes. He's going for them. So he Mobies just for the globes. I don't know about that one, my man. And a Massacre. Okay. Spell spam. Boo. So he's doing like a bunch of spells here. Masochism on the Lich. Another good option in Underdepth's Liches, by the way. Masochism, making it so that you focus all your damage onto a single unit, and then that unit just respawns at a pot. That's what I would be saying if Unstable Power Source wasn't the direct counter to Sauron's deck, and elvesrule handedly takes the game. So well played to both, and we'll see everyone in the next one.